哎呦我的妈呀，什么情况？杀手了！
嘿，小姐姐，
叫奶奶。
我们。
哎呦我的妈！
又一位美女主播在现场直播的时候翻车了。
Another beautiful live streamer has crashed and burned during her broadcast. This time, she was live streaming from inside her car. Possibly because of the cramped space, she accidentally turned off her beauty filter, a filter so extreme it amounted to a complete 180-degree transformation. With the filter on, she appeared fair-skinned, beautiful, and full of youthful charm. But the moment the filter was turned off, her entire aura changed. She went from a fairy-like streamer to a neighborhood auntie in a flash. Seeing the stranger on the screen, even she was shocked by her own appearance and reflexively turned her head away from the camera, looking visibly flustered. However, that brief moment of panic didn't escape the sharp eyes of netizens. The clip was quickly recorded and uploaded online. In the exposed video, we can clearly see the stark contrast before and after the filter. One version of her has smooth, flawless skin and looks like a girl next door in her early 20s, while the other has dull skin and the tired look of a middle-aged woman. One can't help but wonder, those #1 fans in the live stream who sent wave after wave of expensive gifts, what was going through their minds when they finally saw the true face of their beloved goddess? Was it shock, disappointment, or regret? Friends, what do you think? Has beauty tech that can literally swap faces already crossed the line into deception during live streams? Would you be willing to keep investing your emotions and money into a purely virtual persona?
1号女嘉宾。
去以为天上的水照着明月，任时间晃呀晃。
2号女嘉宾。
拥在怀中，直到它变冷。
爱过的人，我已不再拥有。
许多故事有伤心的理由。
3号女嘉宾。
为什么我一见到你眼神就涣散？为什么和你没聊几句腿就开始颤？我爱上你的眼，我想吻你的脸，想把你。
4号女嘉宾。
小姐驾到，通通闪开！
Let rum leap for the beat. Let the top round off the beat. You don't know about me. Yeah, I'm.
5号女嘉宾。
陪你满世界疯狂，请你呀来到我的身旁，让我的心呀。
6号女嘉宾。
嘿，小姐姐，
叫奶奶。
我们。
哎呦我的妈！
漂亮小姐姐都是怎么来的啊？我现在是没有开美颜，也没有化妆啊，就这个熊样，大家看一下，没有开美颜啊。来，大家再看一下，这个是我用了闪光少女的一个特效，是不是相差特别大，有108000里的差别，是不是很漂亮？
全面的取消这个美颜的功能。
I hereby solemnly call on all video platforms on the internet to completely cancel the beauty filter function. Note, I am talking about beauty filter, not color filter. Color filters and color grading can stay, because they are a form of visual aesthetics enhancement. Film and television productions also use color grading. It's part of artistic creation. For example, things like Japanese style or utopian tone. These are techniques that improve visual aesthetics. But beauty filters are a different story. They are a technology that distorts reality and creates false sensory perception. And they have already silently caused serious harm to society. First, many girls nowadays, especially online, want to become internet celebrities. The easiest path for them is acting cute, pretending to be innocent, and faking emotional vulnerability. They don't create content, have no professional skills, but as long as they slightly edit their face, add some little balloons, duck hats, and pink filters, they can make themselves look pretty. Then, they record some cute videos and hope to go viral. This phenomenon may seem harmless, but in reality, it's lowering the public's ability to recognize and judge what's real. But that's not even the most dangerous part. The truly terrifying issue lies here. Nowadays, most men no longer read books, don't watch TV, and don't even bother to look properly at their own wives. Instead, they lie in bed watching one fairy-like young lady after another, all heavily beautified with filters. They send gifts and red envelopes to these complete strangers, becoming totally absorbed. This is not just a waste of money, it is a deep spiritual addiction. It's already common that married couples lose their sense of freshness over time, and visual fatigue sets in. A wife becoming a yellow-faced woman is just part of normal life. But think about it. Your wife in real life has no filters, while the ones you look at on your phone every day are all digitally perfected fairies. Do you think this is good for family harmony? Will this help reduce divorce rates? You think this is just alarmism? No, this is a real and present danger. In the past, before beauty filters existed, there were still some aesthetic trends from Japan and Korea. Sure, they sometimes made men look more feminine or made women look gaudy, but the spread of those trends was limited, and mostly relied on TV, which had certain access thresholds. But now, these beautified young ladies flood the internet. They've entered our lives in an overwhelming manner, invading our brains 24 hours a day, without pause. One random scroll, and you're bombarded with heavily made-up, filter-maxed fake faces. This kind of visual assault is no different from opium, and perhaps even scarier. It's eroding our mental judgment and warping our emotional world. That's why I've always insisted on not using beauty filters, not relying on them to get attention. If you want to get famous, you should rely on real skills, true talent and knowledge, not layer upon layer of filters building a fake face. Why do I sometimes appear in behavior art, wearing pajamas on camera? It's to send a clear message: we need to wake up. I call again, completely cancel beauty filters. If this kind of technological fakery continues to exist for the long term, people will become more and more addicted to illusion and drift away from reality. This doesn't just harm emotional relationships, it destroys our understanding of truth, goodness, and beauty, and hinders the progress of human civilization.
忘了开美颜，等一下让我开。哦，吓我一大跳，忘了开美颜，还是这么着好看，能看得得劲儿噻。
哥，我笑起来好不好看？你说好看，我给你笑一个。
好看。
一杯酒，敬大家。我真是一个
小朋友，你是否有很多问号？
看我开完特效之后是这个样子的，是不是特别好看？关了特效给你们看一下，完全两个人，我的妈呀！
美颜一开，我都觉得自己是个大美女，老公都配不上我。
别笑。
美颜一关，得了吧，这辈子能有个人要已经不错了，就靠这个吧。
只要你在转身在地球的另一个半月亮，会不会闪闪闪闪耀？无时无刻不大海，越过山脉。
Hello， 搞了一个网恋，他对我特别的好，天天给我发红包。自从呢我关了特效让他看了之后呢，他就让我天天退钱，我上哪给他挣钱去啊？那钱都让我买猪蹄子吃了。
你别笑。
ピカチュウ、ピカピカピカチュウ、ピカピカピカチュウ、ピカピカピカチュウ、ピカピカピカチュウ、ピカピカピカチュウ、
ピカチュウ、ピカチュウ、
ピカピカピカチュウ、ピカピカピカチュウ、ピカピカピカチュウ、ピカピカピカチュウ。
宝贝。我们网恋了那么久，你为什么从来都不对我发脾气？你真的对我太好了。反正我们也快见面了，等一下我素颜让你看。我知道，无论我什么样子，你都是爱我的。 等着。宝贝儿，哎呦我的妈！你骂谁呢？你是猪妖，你是猪妖！哎，你骗谁呢？呸呸！啊，谁骗你了？你变心了？这一会儿啊，你要来找我？咋啦？回心转意了，知道错了不？啥？你来找我要打我一顿？
我们在网上看到的大部分美女啊，都不是真实的。
The so-called beauties we see on the internet. In reality, the vast majority of them don't actually look like that. They all use various beauty filters, skin smoothing effects, and special effects to retouch their ordinary faces until they look like celebrities. To put it bluntly, this behavior is just like some guys who buy a Porsche key online and then pretend they own a luxury car, creating a fake persona based purely on appearances. So really, how is this behavior of using a virtual image to gain others' trust and collect tips any different from fraud? You send her gifts in the live stream room, launch rockets, even spend huge amounts of money, yet she won't even give you the most basic response, not even a single sincere word. You can't even step half a foot into her life. So what meaning does such a goddess have for you? None. In the end, no matter how beautiful she is, as long as she doesn't belong to you, doesn't like you, then her existence holds no value for you. The one who truly matters is the girl who's willing to come close to you, accept you, and like you. Just like a delicate dish, no matter how good it looks, how amazing it smells, how mouth-watering it seems, if you're not allowed to eat it, then it's completely useless to you. It has no real meaning at all. What you should really focus on is the meal you can actually eat, the one that fills your stomach. Even if it's just porridge or steamed buns, even if it's simple, as long as it truly belongs to you, that is what holds real value. Instead of wasting your time on the internet, lost in a fantasy of filtered goddesses, it's better to return to reality and find a girl who genuinely responds to you. That's the most worthwhile choice.
It's really ridiculous. Some men, when they see us women living well, just get insanely jealous. Classic case of sour grapes because they can't have it. These men always say, if you're so confident, then turn off the beauty filter. Actually, all of this is just you being jealous that we get to use beauty filters. I will use beauty filters. Why shouldn't I? I spent several thousand yuan on this phone myself, and it comes with built-in beauty filters. Whether I turn them on or not is my freedom. Using a beauty filter doesn't cost anything. Why shouldn't I use it? Besides, you didn't buy this phone for me, so what business is it of yours? Some people even say, women are nothing without their beauty filters. Let me tell you, you just don't get it. Even if we turn off the filters, we're still women you could never get. And let me tell you this, even to make use of beauty filters, we girls have to be good-looking to begin with. If you yourself look like a macaque, then go ahead and try a beauty filter. Let's see what happens, shall we? I am pretty. I look good no matter how I take pictures. If you want to look, then look. If you don't, please, walk away. I'm not taking these photos for you anyway. I don't need you pointing fingers and making judgments. It's truly laughable. Just get lost, will you?
In the online world, many women like to frequently post their heavily edited, beauty-filtered photos. So why are they so enthusiastic about showing off their looks? Let me tell you the real psychological state behind this behavior. First of all, these women are actually very empty inside. They're internally lacking, with no spiritual world to rely on, and no deep hobbies or pursuits in life. Poetry, literature, and art, these things that can truly enhance one's inner quality and temperament. Not only do they not understand them, they are not even remotely interested. What they are obsessed with is nothing more than their appearance, the one that has been layered with filters and beauty enhancements. Secondly, these women are often extremely fake. The version of themselves they present in front of the camera is almost completely different from who they really are in daily life. Sometimes, the beauty filters are applied so aggressively that even they themselves might not recognize it's them. And yet, they gain a self-indulgent sense of satisfaction from this, feeling good about themselves, immersed in the illusion of so-called perfection. Third, women like this are often emotionally repressed and severely lacking in affection. It's like a piece of land, cracked, barren, and even steaming, desperately in need of irrigation. By posting beautiful selfies, they try to attract male attention, hoping that likes, comments, and private messages from others will hydrate their emotional drought. In short, they try to use their looks to draw men closer, to fill the emotional void inside. So how should men deal with women like this? Actually, the best approach is don't take them too seriously and don't let their surface appearances lead you by the nose. You can look, but don't believe. You can throw out a few polite compliments, but don't mean them. Because what she truly wants has never been you as a person. It's your attention, your likes, and your emotional validation. The more sincere you are, the less she cares. The more indifferent you act, the more she might become intrigued. So, don't waste your time and energy on people like this. If she uses her appearance as a weapon, then don't be the obedient target who gets hit. Stay sharp, stay restrained, don't get moved, and don't fall in love. This is the mindset a mature man should have. Do you agree with my viewpoint? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. I'm really looking forward to hearing your voice. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. See you in the next video.